Hello, my friend, and thanks for joining me today in my video series, Empowered Parenting. Today is part 1, and we will talk about self-compassion. And self-compassion is super important because we are our worst critics when it comes to parenting. And we think that we make so many mistakes. Regardless of how hard we try, we are never happy with ourselves. We think that parenting is so challenging, and that's true. And if you think that you are not a good parent, for example, or you feel that you don't get support, and if you have a tendency to blame yourself, feel anxious or doubt yourself, I want to comfort you. It is normal, because parenting is not easy. And you're not alone. A lot of people struggle with parenting. And I know that your struggle is very unique. And you feel like you are alone sometimes. And you feel that your problem is so huge. And I validate it without even knowing you. I've seen thousands of clients who came to me with different issues. And parenting is not an easy issue because we're not dealing with robots or soldiers or machines. We deal with people. They're little people, but they have their character, they have their behavior, their attitudes. And when we brought them to life, we thought that we can protect them, we can guide them. Some of us even hope to control them. Good luck with that. It is very hard to control humans. Remember yourself. When your parents wanted to control you, their control invited your resistance. The same happens with your children. And of course, we tend to blame social media, friends, this time, the generation. And yes, there are certainly new influences these days. However, you as a parent still have a dominant role and very influential and very powerful role in their life. I'm talking about the type of parenting where you don't have to yell, when you don't have to scream, and they will respect you. This is ideal. And I know it's not easy because when we are not in a resourceful state, when we in our low level of energy, emotions, physical health, we are not in a resourceful state. We can't share and give anything. And children expect us to give because we're parents, but we have nothing to give. That's why we snap, we lash out, we're angry, we call names, we call them cruel and insulting names sometimes. I had a parent recently and she still can't forgive her mother for calling her names. And this woman is over 50. Imagine how long we carry those traumas inside of us. And very often in our heads, we still hear those voices of our parents. No one will marry you, you will never amount to anything. You're an ungrateful son, you are a stupid daughter, you are not disciplined. And they compared you with other people. And I am sure that your parents are not bad people. They were not in their resourceful state. They were feeling so low. And from that low point, they were giving low energy, filled with insults, humiliation, because they didn't know what to do with you. And when we don't know what to do with our child, we become hopeless, helpless, weak, angry. We bring the worst out of ourselves, and we think parenting does it or children do it. In fact, what happens is that we are not kind to ourselves. We are not self-compassionate. We are waiting for someone to come and tell us, you're a good parent, everything will be great, your kids love you, tomorrow will be a better day. And I'm sure things will shift around for you. I have a feeling that just because you search and you listen to this type of videos and you try to find answers, the universe will hear you and you will see how things will turn around for the better. But what I want to point out for you is that parenting is not easy, like anything else. Anything new is challenging, whether it's work, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's building your body, changing your diet, learning a new hobby. At the beginning, it can be so frustrating and you feel like a loser. And nobody teaches parenting at school. So when we come into parenting, we think, oh, I'm going to be a great parent. I'm going to be mom, amazing mom. I'm natural. I love kids. Kids love me. But kids can bring the worst out of you because you will feel that you don't have any energy to give them, and there will be a mixture of guilt and shame and anger and all those emotions that we hide from others, and because we want to be good people deep inside, right? And you are a good person. I am sure you are. I'm sure you want to bring them up to be happy and socially accepted in this world. For that, they also need to feel loved, because if you show up in a not resourceful state, and if you're angry, if you're low, if you're sad, upset, you will say things to them that might scar them, that might leave trauma in their psyche, and they will carry it into their adulthood. And that's why it is so important to be kind to yourself. And I know you'd say, it's so easy to say, be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself, when you're filled with all this self-blame, and when you hear in this voice of your critical, of course it's hard for you to believe otherwise. But you need to be your own best friend in those times. So let me give you 2 tips to become more self-compassionate. Number 1, start journaling. Journaling is critical. It is very good for your coping mechanisms, for your coping strategies. Because when you let things out on paper, you will feel less stressed, much lighter, and less pressure. We are pressurized by our own thoughts, by our own negative thinking. I'm not a good mom. I am guilty. I yell so much. Look at other moms. They're so kind. They're so calm. Look at their kids. They're so perfect. They are so well dressed. Their house is so clean. And by the way, if you see all those perfect videos and pictures on social media, let me tell you this. Just because you see this perfect families with perfect videos, with perfect houses and perfect children on social media, doesn't mean that that's their real life. They also cry, they mess up, they make mistakes, they go to washrooms, they do a lot of things that they don't show on social media, because people want to see perfect picture. They want to strive for something nice and positive, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's their life. So please don't compare yourself to them, and don't think that you're missing out so much and these people have this perfect life and you don't. Everyone struggles in their own way. So going back to your technique of becoming more self-compassionate, journal. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Time yourself. You can do it on paper, you can write it down, you can type it on computer, you can type it on your phone. Anything that will help you to express things, let them out of your system. I heard that quote recently. I don't remember who said that, but it goes like this. Your expression is opposite of depression. Everything that is out of your body cannot harm your body. Everything that's inside it will harm it if it's toxic, right? So when you let it out, when you write things down, it helps you to cope with the situation. Your stress gets reduced, your tension gets reduced, and you feel so much lighter and so much better. Second thing that you can do for yourself to develop self-compassion is to give yourself self-compassion breaks. If you're a parent, you might be so exhausted or feeling guilty and have some doubtful thoughts, like, I didn't realize parenting is so hard, or maybe you're a first-time mother, or maybe you're breastfeeding your child, or maybe your teenager is acting out. All of these painful moments that you feel hopeless and helpless, just take a break and put your hand on your heart, for example, or hug yourself and say, I'm doing my best and I know things will get better. I'm a good person, I have good intention, I love my child, and I know my child loves me. This is in case if you have conflict with your child, for example. But develop these positive words, kind words. And I know it sounds strange hugging yourself, but trust me, if you try it, it might help you. It helped a lot of people. So self-compassion, self-kindness, these words are crucial for your well-being, because we want others to tell us these kind things and kind words, but you are with yourself all the time. You are your parent. You have this inner child inside of you. You need to take care of your little girl or little boy inside of you first. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. And even if you screwed up, messed up, forgive yourself. Tomorrow is a better day. And tell yourself that I will do better. I will learn. I will practice. I will apply new approaches. I'm learning, and that's okay. And just because you're committed to be a better parent, just because you're learning and researching and exploring and trying your best, the universe will support you, or God, or Allah, or Buddha, whoever you believe in. If you believe in higher force, or even your subconscious, because you're doing the right thing, you're doing good things, you're trying. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you feel a little calmer, a little more hopeful, a little more relaxed. And be gentle with yourself. Every day, find something good. Just keep saying, I'm a good parent. I do my best, and my best is good enough. And tomorrow is another day, and I'll do even better. Consistency is the key. Don't give up, because everything important is worth effort. This is your investment in your future. This is your investment in your children's happiness. Take care of yourself, and remember, empowered parents raise empowered children. Share in the comments if you know any other approaches or techniques that calm you down or help you in your challenging parenting journey, so we can all learn from you. And let us know what you learned from this video, if anything helped you, and if there are any other topics that you would like to learn about parenting for children and empowerment in general. I will be happy to share with you in my next videos. Until our video part 2, see you soon. With love, Gulnara, Omar.